Ups and downs and highs and lows, happy then sad, that's how it goes. If you're high, you're in the dirt, you're out of luck if you ain't first. Don't bother trying if you're in between, as your mother's crying at the murder scene. Life ain't nothing but a magic trick, keep getting full till you feel sick. We don't need an intervention, all we need is more attention. Celebrate the years, there ain't no fear, 'cause everything ends and the end is always near. Celebrate the years, there ain't no fear, 'cause everything ends and 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 everything ends.
Alright, that was better.
Hello, and this is Unchained SCV on TV, not really, just the internet.
What's up?
We're here with guests,
The incomparable AP69. otherwise
Tyler
known as-
Bernstein and Andre Shajanian
Thanks
of
for having us, guys.
The
Apollo
duo.
69.
Yeah. We're just 2 of the 5 now.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have a 5th member.
A new member.
We added a good man on the Ivory and Ebony's. His name is Tommy.
Tommy.
Yeah.
Sick,
Yeah.
sick. Tell us a little bit about some of the adjustments you've made to the band. I know when I first saw you guys, it was Tyler on guitar, Nate on bass, Nate
Yeah.
Raymer on bass, Zach on guitar, and then Andre on drums. You guys have adjusted that a little bit, as I've understood. What's the lineup right now?
I think we looked at ourselves again, and we
We looked
recognized
at Andre.
we
and,
recognized our weaknesses and our strengths.
We looked at Andre, and
And I felt a little chained. I don't mean no pun intended here on Unchained SCV, but I felt a little chained behind the drums there, and I just knew my full potential could be found.
we knew Andre was gonna
right
be a
up
good
front.
front man, and Nate was better at the drums.
Nate's also pretty insane at the drums. Nate's like I passed, like we made an album, but Nate's like really fucking good at the drums.
Damn, and
That's not bad either.
So, Andre, what's your role now?
So I'm lead singer, front man for the band. I'm basically the face of the band. I'm the Jim Morrison of Apollo 69. So yeah, I mean,
That's awesome.
thank you.
We're outside of India Golf Niner Studios, where you've been recording most of your work, haven't you? Right?
Yeah. Our last single wasn't recorded there, but pretty much everything else has been. We kind of just do it DIY. Yeah, in there.
Sick. Full disclosure, India Golf Niner Studios is Tyler Bernstein's garage, if anyone did not understand that.
Yeah.
It's a wonderful home.
It is
It's nice.
It is a beautiful recording place.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
got everything you need.
I mean, look at this lounge area.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Sick. So, explain to us a little, with the changed lineup, is your current lineup the one you used for Down We Go, your latest single, or was that the previous?
So it wasn't until just the beginning of the summer that we decided to shake things up. Down We Go. Tyler was actually he was still on guitar. So he'd written the song, and that's usually how it went. Was that whoever wrote the song, was either playing rhythm or lead. But now after Down We Go, he's singing on the track. But for July 4th and any other concert ongoing, I'll be singing his parts. But that track, still on drums. This guy's got his vocals, but he's keeping his lovely voice for his other band.
Plastic Artists.
It's harder to sing and play. I like when Andre does it, and he sounds really good. I don't think my vocals are the best, so I'm happy that
Yeah, like
someone
everyone
else is like taking it on as a specialty. Yeah. Yeah. Normally, yeah, like you was saying, it was like whoever wrote the song was playing guitar, but we're kind of in a more definite like lineup now, and like we're all kind of set on our instruments, which it like helps out instead of switching around like how we were before. Yeah. So we're performing Down We Go. Just how our lineup is now. So Andre vocals, I'm on bass, Nate's drumming, and Tommy's on keys, and Zach's on guitar.
Cool.
Good.
You, just explain to me a little bit about writing this song. I mean, it was very sort of 60s, a little Beatles. I heard a little bit of Donovan in there, like hurdy-gurdy man. Like
Really?
yeah.
That's cool. I love Donovan.
Yeah, cool. I mean,
I wrote the song in Santa Cruz, where I was for a whole year, and I kind of I was feeling pretty paranoid up there. I kept like feeling like I was gonna die. I don't know why, but I just felt like I was gonna die up there, and I kept having and also I think it was politics had to do with it. I was like reading politics all the time, and that like just like mess with my mind. So I started writing like kind of like apocalyptic stuff, and that is kind of like an apocalyptic love story. I don't write a lot of love stories either, but that was kind of one of them. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
sick.
So for this new ensemble that you guys have, are you doing most of the writing, or is it kind of a joint effort between everyone?
I'd say it's well, me and Nate or Nate and I are the primary songwriters, but the songs like aren't songs until everyone like adds their touch and like gives their opinion. So usually we come up with the initial spark, but it's like kind of Apollo 69 does the songs. Yeah.
Put that 69 style on it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Tell,
That's awesome.
tell us a little bit about Apollo 69 coming together, because you, like you said, you weren't in Santa Clarita from like 2016 to 2017. You were up in Santa Cruz, but as I understand, you guys came together. Did you guys come together before or after that?
So we got together long before the summer after high school. We used to be film students, and that's how we met each other, me and Tyler. And then one day we were like, oh, let's, I want to jam. And so like I found out that he played guitar, and then I was like, well, I play drums. And then we just kind of, got a group of friends, and we filtered out tons of like different groups of people who jammed. Because first it was just a hobby. First it was just fun. And then I could see Tyler fall in love with music more and more, to even like change his major and then get into it. And then we're like, let's start a band. Let's get more serious. So he invited his friend Zach that played guitar, and then Zach introduced us to Nate Raymer, which is our beloved, co-songwriter there. And then
The melodic god.
we met him through just us jamming and us just wanting to play some music.
Yeah.
And then
It started in your garage. Right?
yeah, and then we were just filtering through names kind of as jokes until we're like, you know what, let's just like actually do a gig. So it was we weren't serious going into it. We weren't like, let's start a band and be serious. We started like, let's jam and we have fun. And then because we loved how we like, once we found that chemistry, because we filtered out through so many like just dudes that play guitar and like
gals
and yeah, that played keys or whatever, and it just didn't work. It wasn't like the jams would just stop after like 2 minutes. But with these guys, we would just go on forever and ever, and they're just like, it would make sense. So then we were like, screw it, we can make music. And then we did our first 4th of July show where we didn't have a name, but we made the name for the show, and then it kind of stuck after that. And then we're like, screw it, let's write an album. And then screw it, let's get more serious. And then now we're very serious, and we have rehearsals. We added Tommy, and we've got
To answer your question, it was we started the band before I went to Santa Cruz, and we always had the idea to reconvene because we all went off separate ways after our first album. Like we started in the summer of, was it 16?
Yeah, summer
17?
16.
Or
Summer 16,
Wait, did we record it in summer of 17 though?
Yeah, we didn't record an album. Wait, whoa.
We started jamming in 16. I think by 17, we recorded it last summer. So
Yeah.
by 17, it was like a band, you know? And then, yeah, because I remember jamming before it was like a band, you know?
Yeah.
Even over winter break. Yeah, so summer 17, it was like a band, and then we all went off, and now we're all back.
Oh, nice.
We were formerly known as the Derbyshires.
The Derbyshires.
I think this name's a lot stronger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's more American.
More, yeah, more patriotic.
Oh, well, definitely. We love the troops.
And space.
Oh, in space. Oh, the theme of space is...
We support a
It's
space
absolutely-
military.
I think,
Space
I
Force.
definitely think...
Space Force.
Yeah, I definitely think we need to fund only the space program.
So your second show coming up this summer, the 4th of July, summer of 69. Do you guys have any a venue yet?
We do.
Anything?
We have
That
two
we
options
do.
for venues.
good.
So we've got to choose, and I think that's what we're choosing today. But should be probably at our good friend.
We'll plug the information with the post of this
Oh, good.
this
yeah.
episode with you guys. Yeah, details come out today, the Wednesday before July 4th. So
All you
yeah.
need to know is that you need to keep it free, and you need to be there. You need to keep that day absolutely and totally unplanned.
Will the event be free?
I'm talking to you. The event
The
that is
event-
undetermined.
Or even if you do
Because
have
we don't
plans.
want to be making a profit, I think, ourselves. We want our music to be heard. But I'm thinking, if we have to supply any sorts of goodies or...
It might be donation based. Our last
Yeah.
show was like, it was like we had a Venmo sign up, and it was like donate if you can, because
that
yeah,
was just
it
a
usually
payback
costs.
for the...
It usually ends up costing us money to throw things.
Yeah.
It's just like how it goes when you're doing it all yourself. But yeah, it'll probably be like that, I think.
How much money did you guys make off of the last donation-based show?
I don't think we made...
It was like
we had to drop like a good amount of money
I think
for that
like
keg.
I think like 30 like maybe 40 or 50 people were there, and we made like $40.
We made money.
Or we not made money. We
Yeah.
like got $40 a donation. Is that what you're asking? Like
Yeah, just...
yeah, and so yeah, we had to basically yeah, like all the supplies we had out, and like we had a keg out. Yeah, shit like that, you know.
So speaking of local events, I know you, Tyler, just had your own kind of acoustic event here at your house, and
Yeah.
I was there. It had a really good turnout.
Yeah, thank you.
Do you
Yeah.
want to talk about how this the music scene, the local music scene, is kind of growing, and people are becoming more supportive?
Yeah, definitely. Well, yeah, I threw a show that was like aimed at being like a solo kind of like an open mic. It was called the Coffee Table Show, and the reason I did that was because I'm a lot of the time I'm seen when I'm playing around this area in Santa Clarita, a lot of bands become like super tight knit, not with each other really, but just within their own bands. And so I kind of wanted like no labels, like, individual music kind of thing, just to kind of open people up and like bring people together. And I think it worked. I think a lot of people came, people from several bands came out and played, which was really cool. Yeah, I think the music scene here is, it's interesting. It's like, there's a lot of potential. Like, there's a lot of very talented people here. And I think as far as organizing that community and like having it reach its full potential is still a work in progress. But I've met a lot of and I'm also very new to it. Haven't been around, but it was a little bit disconnected, I think, in a way. But it's only getting better, and I've made friends with several bands and met a lot of cool people.
Yeah.
I think it could really go somewhere, like in a year or two, maybe less.
I think it'd be nice to see local businesses kind of open up their doors. If we could, I don't know.
I agree.
The scene is there's there's a growing scene. Now I'm seeing bands and bands and bands that, you know, I'm hearing from my other friends, and it's just Santa Clarita's growing as a place for music. And so I think once these kids get a venue, you know, because there was that place in Newhall that there's a venue, and there's a ton of bands I'd never even heard of, and there's just like, it's living here. It just needs a place to get out. I mean, you can only do so many shows at people's houses. So
Yeah.
that the Canyon should host Apollo 69.
Ooh.
Regal Theaters should host Apollo
Ooh,
69.
Regal Theaters should definitely get the music scene in their doors.
Ooh.
That'd be interesting.
Yeah.
And
2 for
Movie
1.
Pass eligible.
Tell us a little bit about you're gonna, as I understand, Andre, you're going to UC Berkeley, and Tyler, you're staying here at Cal Arts. But the band's still gonna be apart, and Nate goes to school outside of Santa Clarita too.
No, he'll be here in Santa
he'll
Clarita.
be here in Santa Clarita. Okay, but you still will not have your
Yeah.
front men.
And Zach will be going back to San Diego. So it'll definitely be tougher. And in the past, we've dispersed, and then we reconvene, and then we kind of pick up where we left off. But I'm thinking this time around, you know, I'm trying to get involved in the music up there, and since I'm gonna be able to do vocals, you know, separate. It's kind of harder when you got the drummer away, or like, you know, the guitarist away, because it's hard to record. But if I can do vocals separately, or if we really want to, you know, put something out and they record something, they send it to me, I feel like it'd be no problem to add that, you know, that element, you know, from a distance. But I'll be coming back all the time, and if we've got shows, I think both Zach and I would be willing to come down and perform beforehand. But winter breaks and summer breaks, that's the best part, is that our time is limited, so there's no messing around.
That's
We
the
gotta
touring
rehearse.
season.
We gotta rehearse, and we gotta record, and we gotta write, and we gotta do it all within the span of 2 months. And that's how we made Homemade Honey, was that we were going to college. Otherwise, I don't think that would have gotten finished for a lot longer. So that urgency to get things done. We'll stay together. Keep in touch with release stuff. We have a group
We're
chat.
all best
you know.
friends. That's the
Yeah,
thing.
we let each other know
That's
what's
the
going
thing.
on.
We're not
Yeah.
just a band. We're best
Yeah, we
friends.
hang out after rehearsal.
Yeah, we hang out.
Yeah, we go see movies.
That's important.
It was like
you
when
know.
the Beatles liked each other.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It's the golden era.
Yeah.
We're just hoping we don't get any, you know, Yokos in the mix.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Ooh. Knock on wood.
Knock on a lot of wood.
Damn. Well, we shall see.
Indeed.
Alrighty. I think this concludes this episode of Unchained SCV on TV. Not really, just the internet. And that'll be all. Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank
Apollo
you.
69.
Thank you guys. Thank you, Unchained SCV.
Thanks for having us.
We're Apollo 69, and this is Blue Thomas. Blue Thomas, oh, Blue Thomas, you let us down. Forgot to pay your bills, didn't you now? Whoa, whoa, Thomas, you wrote it down. Whoa, whoa, you let us down. Blue Thomas, what have you done? Blue Thomas, you had your fun. Blue Thomas, oh, Blue Thomas, you missed my call. Forgot about the tax man, you forgot it all. I said, oh, Thomas, you dropped the ball. I said, whoa, Thomas, I hope you find your way somehow. Blue Thomas. Thomas, what have you done? Blue Thomas, you had your fun. Bring all the ladies to the front. I've got the Blue Thomas here to strut this stuff now. Blue Thomas, oh Blue Thomas, you. Blue, 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 baskiri, papi, pipi, pap, the litty, da, da, blue, blue, Blue Thomas, you've got it down. Blue Thomas, oh, 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 Blue Thomas, yeah. Oh, a Blue Thomas, you did it right now. Whoa, oh, oh, whoa, oh, oh, Blue Thomas, you let me down. Whoa, oh, oh, whoa, oh, oh, Thomas, you let me drown. Blue Thomas, what have you done? Blue Thomas, you had your fun. Blue Thomas, what have you done? Blue Thomas, you had your fun.